Hello everybody, Trekkie here with another episode of Trekkie Feeds That Beast. And it is a voracious beast indeed. I've been spending so much time on here, knocking things out left and right. Start of a nice, beautiful evening. Though it's the middle of the... It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now as I am recording. Before we get into anything, some news. Most importantly, I've started mod spotlights. I did my first one on Magical Mods, so I suggest y'all check it out. Magical Mods is a great mod for farming and whatnot, getting resources. So I suggest y'all check that out. Also, as far as the server is concerned, we have switched over to the Feed the Beast Ultimate Pack. That's right, we are no longer part of the Minecraft pack. We lose nothing in the Switch. In fact, we gain a lot of cool stuff. We gain Mistcraft, which we're already making use of. As you can see down in the book stand, we're already linking ourselves to a hub. Excuse me. We we gain Applied Energistics, which is a really awesome storage, auto crafting, and such mod. Really look forward to getting into that. Bibliocraft, lots of cool design. Anybody familiar with my single player Let's Play is familiar with Bibliocraft. Lots of cool storage, like bookshelves and whatnot. So lots to look forward to. Definitely going to be using a lot of it in this series. Some changes around the base, not really heavy on. Added a industrial grinder. Not big deal there. Made some changes back here. I'm using oak trees, making apple seed or apple juice. Really could go for some apple juice. And apple juice fuel. I'm using to fuel my fermenters. Apple juice gives you 1.5 times the output, so it actually boosts how much biomass it produces. And on byproduct, that is I also get mulch, which actually actually takes longer to consume than regular fertilizer. So all in all, it benefits my output greatly. I will have to build a second farm though, because apple production is simply not as much as I need to fuel these monsters. These fermenters use so much of it so quickly. So yeah, and of course I have 14 stills producing biogas, not currently running, but it will be shortly. Other than that, I put a Enderman spawner on my above my base. They just actually fall down into the base and die. Huh. Of course, now I gotta hear them yell. I have it hooked up via wireless transmitter. Pretty cool. Don't even have to go up there, and I just run around and collect all the pearls. Oh, bit of a lag. Oh, did I freeze? Wow. Wow, that was terrible. Sound lag. Gotta love it. I also have a Thaumcraft villager in there. I ran around, found him. So, anyways, enough with the updates. Today we got a lot planned. We are going to start building our base. That's right. We got a lot of cool stuff planned for the main chamber. It's going to take some time to implement them. Some of them not right away. Some of it I need bees to get into, but ultimately it's going to be a pretty cool structure. And off there, it's going to be branching off into different rooms and different uses. Storage, liquid storage, various other rooms for machinery and this and that. All kinds of cool stuff. Look forward to that. But before we get into that, I wanted to craft something that's going to help us, build a little bit. And in just about every other way. A pretty unique and epic item as far as Feed the Beast is concerned. A lot of y'all may recognize it. Direwolf fans know it very well. Yes, I am talking about the gravity chest plate. I have taken so much time to craft these components for this sucker. I cannot even possibly, purvey into words how much of a pain in the ass this thing is to craft. About a stack and a half of iridium, so quite expensive and lots of diamonds, copper, and everything else. But the real resource was time. Uh, I could gladly lose the resources, but when it comes to how long it took to craft this sucker, oh my god, I can't even. It's just terrible. It took me forever, especially these gravitation engines, which require Tesla coils and all that. But these coolant cells, the components of this were so just lesser coolant cells, and then lesser coolant cells even on top of that. They don't stack, so it's inventory filling items there, and just an all around pain in the ass. So I saved you all the trouble of watching that mess, and I just left it all to craft in game, so we could see me crafting my first and hopefully last, because I really don't want to ever have to recraft this sucker. Gravity chest plate. And the gravity chest plate stores 10 million EU. Gives me the ability to fly better than the jetpack. Jetpack's kind of up and floaty. This one actually is just like creative kind of fly. Also fuels my tools, so I'll have really no use for my advanced jetpack anymore. So let's go over here and throw it into one of our MFSUs. And we just gotta let it. Oh my god, look at this. Rated that stuff sucks out the power. Stores a lot though. Has a ton of storage. 10 million. That should hopefully take a little bit of time to. And of course, it has all the benefits of a quantum chest plate, that being damage protection and such things of that nature. So that'll be cool. Not that I really take a lot of damage. Ooh, that almost sucked the thing dry. I had 100,000 or so EU left in that MFSU, which stores 10 million. So let's get rid of this advanced jetpack. Throw on the gravity chest plate. Oh yeah. Now if I hit, I think it's G for this. No, it's F. You got double jump just like you would creative. And see, I could actually float. Float around. It's pretty easy to use. You could zoom just like you would. If you hold the boost key, you lose more energy. So, yeah, not something I want to use a lot. But still, pretty cool. Pretty cool. A definite bonus addition to any arsenal. Wow, it is laggy over here. And I was completely fine until I started recording. So we're going to be starting the main chamber today as far as our build is concerned. I have a few things planned for it. It's going to involve mobs, mob system, because I'm going to need a place to put my mob spawner. This ain't going to be staying here forever, especially with me digging holes all over the place. Definitely not going to be, because our fortress is going to be in the middle of a big, chasm, a big giant hole in the ground, I guess you could say. I've already dug out so many holes around this place. I'm pretty much on an island now. Stuff ain't loading, but look at all that. It's just tons and tons of open area. Of course, because I'm recording, stuff doesn't want to load, but such is the nature of the game. Let me get the materials ready for us to start building, and then we'll get right to it. I'll see you in a bit. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Excuse me. I got some materials ready. It's quite a bit later in the day. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to do. Set up a second forestry farm. But let's not waste any time with that. Let's go right over here where I've set up a spot for us to build. And whee! Oh, there's lava down there. There is most definitely lava. I'll deal with it later. Whew. So this is going to be the very center of our base. And in the very center, I want our mob farm. And that's the mobs are going to drop down to there. Well, like a block above it. And down here will be the ground floor. There'll be ways. There'll be basically pathways to all the other parts of the castle. This is basically a central hub. There's going to be some experience books, shelves, all kind of cool stuff. We'll describe it as we go. But first, let's get our platform for our. This is the very center of our base, so I'm setting everything around it. Put a torch there so I don't forget or get lost with it. Actually, I have the gravity engine. I don't even have to be so. I mean, I crafted this expensive piece of hardware. I might as well use it. Alright, so we got our little platform. This is going to be the upper level. This is where the monster's going to drop. Temporary placeholder block. Excuse me. So most of the castle is going to be black. These very dark Zacorodite block bricks. That's what I've chosen for it. You know, I want it to be a black castle in the middle of a white wonderland. You know, kind of like a dark, not really sinister, but still kind of dark. And in a sense. And red I'm going to use to accentuate it, more like the outlines and stuff. Just a little bit of red, and most of it's going to be redwood planks, and maybe some other colors and textures from various items and such. But mostly this. So our outside of our mob system is going to be these really cool. They have like a little glow in them. They don't actually glow in the dark. Well, they do glow in the dark, but they don't actually give off light level. So even if it's pitch black, you'll still see these blocks bright as day, but they don't give off actual light. So if it's light level 0 and it's complete black, you'll see this, but it'll still be light level 0. So we need to go up 23, the old standard thing. We've done it a million times by now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I hope that's it. Do it again. Okay. Just to count. I like to count twice just to make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Huh, that one didn't equal out. Oops. This pick breaks stuff so ridiculously fast. Alright, we got those, so now I'll just quickly go up. Gotta love it. Whee! A bit of a lag spike there, but that's fine. Very expensive to make these Zacorodite blocks too, so not a pushover by any means. Let's get back down here. We'll be standing here, so these won't be necessary. This is an advanced drill. I upgraded between episodes. Efficiency 5 on advanced drill. We'll break stuff in very short order. Let's go have a look real quick. Because we can. I mean, you're all probably aware of seeing dirt get plastered real quick. Get dirt, but it's stone. Strip mine like a motherfucker. Look at that. Of course, I don't want any of this stuff I just got, but that's more of a demonstration. Just tears through stuff. It's absolutely amazing. So I love this Zacorodite stuff. It's going to be pretty cool. So here's going to be where our mob, just similar to the one over there, is going to be a transposer. That'll grab the loot, take it down to our sorter system, so we don't even have to have our inventory clogged up with stuff, and we'll still be able to get our experience. So that'll be where our transposer goes. Alright, let's do this. Bazow, bazow. Pick up a dam. Bloop. Alright, I should have brought a crafting bench over here. I should probably make, now that we're in Ultimate Pack, I get the little minium stone, and you can craft with that. I probably should make one of those, but whatever. Let's get some slabs. Place it on the underside of this. Some items are less likely to spew out on us. The slabs will help keep them in there where we want them. Can't really get in there, though. Oh, that's right. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, people. I know what I'm doing. Just relax. Just relax. I forgot. Did I forget my other tool? I sure did, man. I am just not there. The gravitation engine does lose power quite quick, so I mean, you could still do plenty with it in the time, don't get me wrong, but still. It's going to be nice, so nice having a base and not living in the dirt. Plus, I'll be able to space the machines out and won't be so laggy. It's going to be very nice. Let's get some. Alright, let's do this. Oh, you can't cut redwood planks? Come on now. Oh, I had that planned. Now we gotta think of another block to accentuate this. Maybe just regular planks. Let's go get some real quick. They shouldn't be too different. Let's use spruce. I got a lot of regular though, but spruce is a dark wood. It might make a nice change to the bright redwood, and you know what? I want to use something even real bright. I mean, we have the black, the redwood, and now we need something really bright to kind of. Let's do birch. Birch, that'll do good. That should be fine for our need. Da, da, da. I'm used to using my jetpack where you have to hold the space button to keep going. It's going to take a while to get used to it. Alright, let's get some stack there. I know this could be cut with a, yeah. Give me some slabs. And for some of these slabs, I want these cut into a strip. Okay, let's do this. Well, that gives a little bit of flavor to it. Where's my torch? It's going to get dark up here. I want to be able to still see it. Mobs don't really spawn around here, so I'm not worried about mobs. I just want to be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I like the difference. It's light. It's still wood-like, so it gives our wooden texture. I really like wooden texture. It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite. It's my favorite is what it is. I use it in a lot of my builds. So, oh, that didn't place at all, did it? I hope it didn't place on the inside. Alright, did not. Alright, that'll be nice. Oh, oh. Basically, you could still hit the mobs. Their feet will be right here, because there'll be a block there. You could still hit the mobs, trust me. Like, watch, I could break the brick on the other side. Yeah, you can still hit the mobs. So their stuff won't spew out on you. It'll spew onto the transposer. And you could still get into the corner here, get your experience, and everything else will be taken down to storage. So everything's going to work out just fine. Now we need to work a way to cover the sides so when they drop. I use the drop system for everything now. I used to back in the day when I first started out, like making mob systems and whatnot, I used to use I'm trying to find a good spot, but it's kind of floaty. These are not quick to place at all. I used to use timed redstone to kill each mob, but when you have multiple mobs, which is what we're going to be doing here, it's kind of hard to set up a redstone kill system to accurately kill them all at the same time. Different mobs have different HP, so you can't really... As you can see, it's like dark here, but you could still see the red Zacordite. Ain't that really neat? I like that. That's going to add a really neat decor to our room. Really neat. I try not to use flavor. I know some of my watchers like, don't stop using the word flavor, you ass. Well, sorry. It's the only word I can think of using. Some really nice feng shui to our room. Nah, I'd rather use flavor. It'll give it almost a mystical feel, really. That's clearly not it. Probably should do this so it balances out on the top and the bottom. Plus, as this is where they're going to come in anyway. I'll explain to you what I have in mind. It's pretty cool. I have a feeling it's going to be a really neat idea. It's just going to take some time to implement it, because we got to make the rooms and everything. It's not at all different from the mob system plan I had in mind for my single player at the very end when I was going to make this big old library with mob system. It's similar in effect. but different at the same time. Because Mistcraft still doesn't have his linking book, the thing where you can make linking books to various places. So they drop down here, of course, one block up. They won't be able to see you. They won't be able to aggro you, so you'll be perfectly safe. And you'll be able to get experience, and everything will get sorted out. So that's the whole plan. A lot of the plan for this whole building is really to have as little hands-on as possible. Like, I want to be able to get in, get what I want. What is happening here? Did I run out of them? No, it just got me the freaking slabs instead of whatever the hell they're called, instead of the slabs. I like being able to put slabs on a vertical. That's the whole. Even if I don't use too much red power in my decor, I try not to because it can be laggy if you put too much. I really want to be most of my building just to be regular block, like regular Minecraft style, with a little bit of micro blocks in to give it a flavor. So I do like that, contrast there. So that's nice. Maybe. I'm not really sure where the central bit is. Let's give it a knockout so I could see. Yeah, this bit is going to come out, so that doesn't matter. Alright, put some dark, put some of this red stuff here. I think that'll make it look nice. I just love the glowing effect. That block won't even be here. That'll be like a pneumatic tube that goes down into the system. Oh yeah, definitely a good choice. Maybe outwards as well. Not worried too much about decor, but for this, I think this is what I want to do. As for lighting in the place, probably a lot of wrath lamps. Instead of like plastering torches and stuff everywhere. Maybe some of the red power lamps. They're pretty cool. I think they'll work really nice. Alright, that'll do. And basically, okay, let me explain the whole idea since I have this built. I'm not just going to have like over there, like a block with a whole bunch of spawners in it. I want to have a really advanced system. I'm even going to try to learn computer craft so I can have like a touchscreen monitor, sort of like the Direwolf had in his SMP series. The basic idea is below, this is going to be the main floor level. There's going to be a whole bunch of spawn rooms. Each spawn room is going to have an individual mob in it that can be carried with water streams, because that's going to be the main method of travel. And basically, I'm going to have a control system, hopefully touchscreen if I can learn it. I'm going to put some effort into that. I can't make no promises, though, because me and computer language, not the best of fellows. Anyways, when I click the switch, say I click skeleton, it'll switch to skeleton spawner on. It'll flow down its water stream, and there will be like on each side of the room there will be a stream up, and then it'll go up, and then they'll be pushed, and they'll get dropped down here. You could choose multiple mobs since mobs don't aggro each other. To be perfectly fine as long as they're able to be in water, which of course leaves out Enderman and Blaze. Little spiders, you can't put a 3x3 spider in here either. The little cave spiders, they'll die. But if you just wanted to collect, say, string or spider eyes for whatever reason, I could just turn on, they could just drop to their death. Not everything has to be experience. But that's the idea. So control one, some kind of, oh my god, learn to speak. Some kind of control device will be up here. It'll switch one of the spawner or multiple of the spawners on down below. They'll come up through the stream on either one side or multiple sides, depending on where the actual spawner is located, and you'll get experience. And this will be the center of the room. And this, of course, like I said, is going to be the ground level of the entire base. This is considered ground zero. There's going to be sub-levels, plus levels, but this down there is ground level. So this is you'll be walking up, and there'll be like, stairs on the sides, sort of like my in my single player where I had the big tree in the middle and the The stairwells came. It's almost gonna be exactly designed, almost very similar. So fans of my single player series will understand it immediately. Um, and below, eventually, I want to have a bar where you could actually get alcohol and get drunk. There's an item in forestry called short mead that you could drink and get drunk effects. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I think it'd be fun. We could, of course, instead of having a potion bar like before, you could get like the mead and get drunk. So I think that'd be cool. Of course, I'll have to work myself through the forestry bees to get it, but underneath, I wanted to have a bar so people could come visit my house. Of course, this is the main level, like the main room, like any house. The main room is sort of like the guest room, like the living room or whatever. This is going to be kind of like the living room, the main chamber, where most people who visit are going to see. So, gonna have a bar right under here, and if they want to come use the experience system, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be fine and freaking dandy. Fine and dandy it will be. I says it. Fine and dandy. Anyways, look at these things break real easy. It's about to push me off. I'm about to run out of power. Better go recharge. Whoa, don't do that. Get over there. Ooh, I was about to plop to my death without even realizing it. So you gotta keep an eye on this thing. You got plenty of time to do stuff, don't get me wrong. It lasts a good while, but damn if it can't sneak up on you. Like it should have some kind of alarm attached to it. And here it goes, sucking up all the all the MFSU power. And we're back to finish this off. No problemo. So yes, nighttime, and I took Mord stopped by. I was letting him use my mob farm to get some minium stones, which I should probably be using to get myself a mobile crafter. A lot of us have our reservations about anything like like equivalent exchange. For any of you who may not have been around the equivalent exchange 2 days, and I just hella stuttered there. It was pretty cheaty. You'd have to get everything to get up to that point legit, but after you got to a point, it was so ridiculously overpowered. You'd get everything for free, basically. On a server I played on previously in the Trekkie days, they had designed a machine that basically were pumping out 2 double chests worth of diamonds like every minute or so. It was just utterly bullshit. And when it gets to that point, it kind of takes the whole fun out of the game because part of the fun for me is working towards gathering resources, earning stuff. That's what's real fun about it for me. Building the machines, earning them. What? And there I go freezing again. Wow, that's terrible. I don't know why I do that. Just having a bad day. Just need to restart, really, I think. But we're going to finish out this episode for sure. We're almost there. Is that right? Something doesn't seem quite. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. I'm stupid, I know. Don't mind. Don't pay me no bit of attention. Don't pay me no bit of heed. And I'm freezing again. I don't know why it does that. It's just today. It's been doing that. Well, not all of today. Just the part of today where I'm doing my video, of course. There we go. And these are very much the same process I went through to create them in the single player around the tree. The side steps up. Basically, below here will be the bar. Pretty sizable bar. I mean, it's not going to fill up the whole area. It'll probably be just below this square. I'll have a thing where it pumps up honey mead to this spot, and I can just tap it to give everybody a round of drinks when everybody comes over to visit, or for whatever the case may be. And, you go up these stairs right up to the mob farm. And over to the sides on some part, is going to be a control system. And of course, around the edges on the second floor, if I stop freezing ever, I don't know why that's happening. There's going to be like a maybe a library, or maybe the library would be another floor. I don't know. I have not decided, but yeah, it's starting to look good. I think so. It's definitely starting to get good, and I'll be back. I'm gonna give my computer a good restart, and we'll continue on. And we're back. I'm sorry about that phrasing. It was just who knows. Computers. It's just that. It's just that. So I'm putting some finishing touches on my, well, not finishing touches. I got a long way to go in this room. And I think I should just iterate that this isn't going to be the size of the room. It's going to extend out more beyond this. It's just this is what I have for this bit today. Since I'm working in the middle of the air, got to do a little bit. You got to do a little bit by little bit. You know, take it as you get it. But it's going to be a pretty nice build. It's going to be a pretty big and sizable build too. Between the floors, there's going to be like several spaces like for maintenance and pipes to go through. So pipes don't have to be sticking out all over my room, and that's just ugly. I want my place to be completely, FTB functional without, being FTB ugly. If that makes any sense at all, it should. If it doesn't, we'll make it. You better make it make sense in your mind. Whatever you do, just make it make sense. Do it now. It should make sense. But I'm using these black secordite blocks. This is basically what most of the castle is going to be built out of. These are a lot more easy to get mass amounts of, as opposed to basalt. So, not the basalt. Basalt is a really nice thing too. I could have used that too, but due to the sheer amount I'm going to need for this place, basalt's not really a realistic expectation. So you got to use with whatever you could come up with. And this is it. And as you can see, it is extremely black. It just eats up all the light around it. So without lighter color blocks around it to really accentuate the area, like if I'm standing here looking at it, like the whole screen turns black. But if I add like lighter blocks and other kind of colors, it really adds to the feel. It adds a lot of, a lot of distinction, a lot of color, a lot of flavor, a lot of flavor to the build. And of course, I just love it all around. It's going to be a pretty cool place, I think. You can run up here and get your experience. Go down here, get yourself some beer, some alcohol. Maybe down here will be like a little passway down to the alcohol creation room. Maybe there'll be an alchemy lab, attached to this bar. So we have a potion and alcohol bar. I mean, why wouldn't you want both? I mean, come on now, potions and alcohol. Get your drunk on and then get your drunk removal potions all in one place. Get your inebriation assistance potions. Short mead. It's made with honeydew and honey, I believe. I forget exactly what, but it'll be pretty fun, I think. And this is just one small part of the whole tower. The whole tower is going to be huge. If you can think about like a storage area and then a big old area for liquid storage tanks, and not to mention stuff for other stuff like for actual machines, like he just said, magical wing for Thaumcraft and other, places for animals. It's going to be quite a sizable place. Of course, we have to have a room for a whole bunch of spawners as well. So it's going to be a sizable thing, and then there's going to be this whole massive hole around it, chasm, and then around the chasm there's going to be like a big wall. Well, not big. I don't want it so big you can't see the tower, but and then of course, the only entrance to the whole tower would be like long drawbridges to the edges and stuff. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to take a long while to build. We're going to be building for quite a while, but hope you look forward to that. So, anyways, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Trekkie, feeding that beast once again. I'll see y'all next time.